The Xbox Series S, it's a very unique console to me. I bought this about 2 years ago when it was very hard to get the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, and I decided to get the Xbox Series S because it was affordable, it allowed me to get into that next generation super easily, had the Game Pass, had all the features that I really wanted in a console at that point in time to get into the brand new generation of gaming, and this fit the bill perfectly. I've loved this console ever since getting it, and I have upgraded to the Xbox Series X. 3 months later, I did upgrade, and I have enjoyed the Xbox Series X since, but I am never gonna discount the Xbox Series S for introducing me to the next generation of gaming and being a very suitable console for a large array of people with gaming in mind for the next generation. This is going to be more of a performance chat with the Xbox Series S, and it'll be a review at the same time as well. We'll go fully in depth with the console. Now, over the 2-year period with the actual build quality, I actually prefer the color of the white and how we've got this fan right here inbuilt with the black. It actually suits it really well. And the white controller, it suits it really well. The only discount it has with being white is it will scratch and it will show if it scratches. So that is the problem with having white, but with black, it shows dust easily. So having a white console is actually alright, as long as you take care of it, as long as you look after it. I have scratched it at the back in the past, so it can be scratched. But overall, in its robust nature, it has been overall really good. It's made from a really solid foundation of really good materials. Overall, it still plays super well, such as day one, and there's no issues of if you should have it this way, if you should have it this way. I probably recommend sort of putting it this way. I think it actually looks pretty awesome this way. And yes, it only has one output of USB. It would be good if they did a 2 USB output option as well. At the back, they've got the 2 USB options though as well. We do have the expansion card slot right there as well, which we will need for the Xbox Series S original for getting an extra terabyte of storage, but it is expensive. That's one thing to note. With the Xbox Series S Black version, you'll get 1 terabyte inbuilt, so it's definitely worth a bit extra if you just want an extra terabyte inbuilt, because with the Game Pass, you're going to be downloading a lot of games and you're going to be trying out a lot of stuff. A lot of the games are 100 gigabytes or more. That are games that are worth playing these days, so it's definitely worth getting the upgrade. But if you like the white color, then it's still absolutely worth it, and it's the most cost affordable option. I've seen it on Amazon for like $4.50 with a whole bundle as well, so it's definitely a one to go for if you just want like the budget friendly option to get straight into the new gen of gaming. The only discount it has is it doesn't have a disc drive. That's where you get the Xbox Series X for. If they had one with a disc drive, then that would mean that this is like the ultimate console to go to, because it's small, it's compact. Yes, it doesn't have like 4K capabilities, but because of its uniqueness of its kind, like it's just a digital small console that's super portable, super friendly for families, super fun for anybody really to get into that next gen of gaming. Like if it had a disc drive, I think it would actually do very, very well. I've had zero problems with connections. I've had zero problems with really gameplay. The only problem is that it has this cross-hatching effect, and that's because it is loading some of the gameplay. So games like Red Dead Redemption, for example, it will have a cross-hatching sort of effect. Even open worlds, it needs to load like a vast amount of information on the screen. It will have a cross-hatching effect. That is one downside with the Xbox Series S, because it's obviously not as powerful as some of these more powerful consoles, PS5, Xbox Series X, all that. But it doesn't mean that it's not a bad gameplay experience. Also with the colors as well, they're not as in-depth as the Xbox Series X. So with the Xbox Series X, it plays up to 4K. And with that, you're getting better color range, you're getting HDR gameplay up to that 4K capabilities as well. Not saying that there's bad colors coming out of the Xbox Series S at all, it's just not as good as the Xbox Series X colors. Loading times, I haven't noticed too much of a difference. Its major drawback is just being a digital only console. Like, you have to wait a while to download the games, but you can play other games while you are downloading another game. But the problem is I've got slow internet in Australia, so I have to wait a long time to be able to download a game. Also, Xbox does a lot of updates. So with Xbox, you gotta be aware that they're gonna update every single day, man. So that is a major drawback with Xbox itself. But apart from that, there are cool things you can do with this console, such as development modes with emulation as well. You can also browse the internet. You can connect a mouse and a keyboard to your Xbox Series S and actually use it kind of like a PC as well. Yeah, overall, like, I noticed a huge upgrade in terms of just the gameplay quality from the Xbox Series S to the Xbox Series X. Like, a massive difference in terms of Elden Ring, example number one, with the latest gen type of games. Like, I just noticed Elden Ring just had better colors, better visuals, better contrast as well, no cross-hatching as well. It just looked better, it loaded better, and everything altogether was just a better experience on the Xbox Series X, so it's worth that upgrade. But overall, it doesn't discount this. Like, this console is still amazing. I had hours and hours of fun on this console. I played Elden Ring on it, I really enjoyed it. Forza 5, that was a lot of fun on this console. Even Forza Motorsport, like, it looks so good on the Xbox Series X that it'll still look good natively on the Xbox Series S. I will never discount the Xbox Series S for being able to do that. Even Starfield, even these games that are native to Xbox, I think the Xbox Series S will absolutely kill it. In terms of previous gen upgrades as well, it does feature boosts for previous gen games, such as, you know, Forza 4. For example, even some last gen games such as AC Odyssey, for example, you'll have a lot of fun on this console. I think this console will offer you a great balance of a budget-friendly console plus being able to get into that new gen of gaming that it's such an amazing deal what you can get with this thing. I think the price-wise for what you get is pretty good. It's not the best console out there, but it's definitely powerful enough for the casual gamer to get by with. And if you're after a good console that's secondhand and very, very cost affordable, it'll be equal price probably to the PlayStation 4 at this point. So it's definitely one to look out for. If you just want a next-gen console that'll be a really good value at this point in time, even pre-owned, it'll just be perfect for you, absolutely perfect. Its only drawback is, of course, it is digital only. Doesn't have 4K capabilities, but it can play some games at 120 FPS, such as Fortnite. In terms of the controller, the performance is pretty good. It always feels really nice with this controller. I love the joysticks being here, just suits really, really well. I love the color. It takes like batteries, which no other controller does, but you can get play kits where it'll actually have longer charge and long lasting charge as well for when you're gaming. You've got Type-C connection, which you connect to at the front here. Apart from that, it has scratched a little bit at the side, so just know it does scratch, especially with the white. Like I said, like, white will always scratch, black will show more dust easily, so that's one thing to note. I love the colorway. The balance of the colors is actually pretty good on this controller. Overall, feels pretty light, and it's definitely a step up even from the last gen of the Xbox One era. It's definitely a step up from that era. Love the colors as well. Not really much more to this apart from just getting the Elite Series 2. That's a fantastic upgrade to get. You know, the Xbox accessory range is it's not updated at this point. They're not really doing much more with it, but this is the Xbox Series S. This is a performance review of it, and thank you so much for watching.